Hi, I'm Rob Sabin, the editor-in-chief at ProjectorCentral, and I'm here with Richard Marples from Barco, who's going to tell us a little bit about what Barco is featuring in its booth at Projection Expo. Richard, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Good morning. Thank you, Rob, for having me.
Great, thank you. So I know we wanted to talk today a little bit about the UDM series. Let's just start by talking a little bit about who that particular product line is targeted at.
Yeah, sure. So UDM is one of our newest 3-chip DLP projectors. We launched it right at the end of 2019. As it turns out, right before the pandemic struck and slowed down the whole world. So timing-wise, not ideal. But this projector was designed and developed to hit the very important 20,000 lumen market. That's a market segment which has been strong these last few years. It was strong for us before with our HDX projector, which was very popular out there, especially with the rental and staging market, and all sort of live events, so house of worship and auditoriums, conference centers, things like that, theme parks sometimes. And the UDM is really the next generation of that platform, the 20,000 lumen machine, but takes it to the next level. So brings in laser illumination with all the very long lifetimes and things like that. Fantastic colors, of course, as always, as people expect to get from Barco, but still keeping it in a compact, small and lightweight chassis. Some would say we were a little bit late coming to the 20,000 lumen laser market. Some others from our competitors were out there before us with these machines, but we wanted to make sure that we got it right, as this was an important market. So yeah, that's really where it's aimed at.
Sure, and you know, you talk about the rental and staging market and the need for build quality, and all you have to do is look at these projectors. I always enjoy going to your booth at the trade shows and seeing just how well built these things are. Is it difficult to build a product that's really rugged for that kind of market? Do you have to think about how to do that?
Yes, there's a lot of thought goes into it, a lot of detailed meetings with some key customers around the world to get their feedback during the development process. We really value their input during the design phase. It's not something that we just do very, very quickly. We like to think about it. Yeah, thanks for your comments about the trade shows. It's something we always enjoy doing as well, is taking the covers off and letting customers peer inside them and seeing how they're put together. We believe that's one of our strong points. The modularity, the way that the projector can be broken down into just 5-6 key modules. They are all replaceable on site with very little training. It allows you to get back up and running when needs must, when emergencies happen, very, very quickly, and that's why customers appreciate them around the world.
Sure. Now, this series, at least as far as your website shows, has 5 different models in it. You're broaching a number of different lumen counts in that sort of 15,000 up to 21,000 category, as well as different resolutions, right?
Correct. Yeah, we've got 2 different resolutions. So the basic one is a wide UXGA, so 1920 by 1200, and then we also do a 4K UHD. The 4K UHD is, as everybody refers to, is a wobbled 4K.
Yes.
But we start off from a WQXGA resolution chip, so a 2560 by 1600, so already higher resolution than standard HD, and we do a 2-position movement diagonally to reach the 4K pixels, all in single-step processing. So we don't add any delay. We've got very, very quick, low latency processing, even with the 4K enabled, and that's noticeable on screen. I'm always amazed when we do shootouts against our competitors, and you put a time clock on the screen, and take a still image, just how much quicker than everybody else we are.
No, it's interesting. So that comes out in motion resolution, basically?
Yes, yeah. It's just delay through the processing. So 2 resolutions, and then, as you pointed out, we've got 3 different brightness variants. There's 2 main ones. There's a 15 and a 22 K lumen. And then in the wide UXGA, we also do a 19, just to put one into the middle there, because in that HD resolution range, things tend to get a bit price competitive. So it's good to have 3 models in there to go to market and give customers a choice and selection at different price points.
Sure. So tell me a little bit about the laser engine in this. So it's a phosphor laser phosphor system.
Yes. Yeah. This projector uses a laser phosphor light source. It's something that we've perfected over the years. We were one of the first to demonstrate high brightness laser projection from our cinema business many years ago now, and over the years and the many thousands of projectors that we've pushed and sold into the cinema business and the other entertainment type industries, laser phosphor is something that we're very comfortable with. We're very happy in the color performance that we get from laser phosphor that we can do. We can match at least what we were getting from xenon lights, so greater than Rec 709. Of course, laser phosphor can't do Rec 2020. Rec 2020 can only be done with RGB. But for a lot of applications, laser phosphor is actually superior, depending on what you want to do. So it doesn't suffer from speckle and other types of artifacts. So yeah, for the UDM, a laser phosphor light source is ideal.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that too, because we automatically assume that a 3 laser system is going to give you better performance, but there are trade-offs, and certainly for these kind of projectors that are going into these heavy utility kind of applications, it certainly makes a lot of sense. What about the life on these? Standard 20,000 hours, or what do you get?
So standard 20,000 hours, but we always specify a lifetime running them at 100%. So that's not with dynamic contrast enabled. So it's running them at full pelt, and that's 20,000 hours down to 50% brightness. Underrunning them, of course, will prolong lifetime considerably. So especially the 15K lumen version and the 19K lumen version will give considerably longer lifetime than the 20,000 hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then you have this constant brightness function on these projectors. I've seen that feature from time to time. What does that actually do for you?
So yeah, that's as I said, underrunning them prolongs the lifetime. It allows the lasers time to breathe and doesn't push them to the fullest extent. And the constant light output mode simply makes use of that. It's got a little light sensor inside the projector, so you set it to the brightness that you want it to go to, that you want the screen to be at, something less than 100, of course. And what the projector will do, it will automatically power itself to maintain for as long as possible that same brightness on screen. So it just gives you that constant brightness over a long period of time.
Right. So, okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the setup functions and things that are associated with this. What sort of facilities do you build into that to both speed the setup and help with multi-projector situations?
Well, it's got the Barco processing in there, so it's what we call our Barco pulse processing. So as I've already mentioned, it's got the very low latency processing and processing all of the pixels all the way through to every single one of the pixels on the screen. It's got complex warp and blend built in, so very easy to set up using our projector tool set, which many of our customers are very familiar with. Very simple tool to use. It can be used together with the automatic alignment systems which are out there available on the market. we don't tie anybody to any one of those systems. So people are free to choose the system that they prefer to work with. But that also means that it doesn't come with the projector. So that's something that is added on top. But yeah, as I said, works very easily with the main auto setup facilities which are available out there.
Gotcha. Right. And then, what sort of software support do you guys provide for managing these projectors?
Yeah, so the projector toolset software is available to download on the Barco website. So you can put any number of different Barco projectors all on the same toolset and operate them, monitor them, control them from that same piece of software. The other very innovative and new thing that we brought with UDM, which was a bit of a world first. UDM was actually the first IoT projector out there. So UDM comes equipped with a GSM module and a SIM card, so it's pre-delivered with a SIM card. And when you get the projector, you register it, and that registers itself to the cloud. And every time that the projector is used and switched on, it is communicating with the cloud over a secure connection, and allows you to connect via the cloud using any kind of device, so mobile phone, tablet, or personal computer, to look at all the projectors that you have registered under your name, and see just what the status is of those projectors. So whether the light is on or off, how many hours the projector has been used, how many hours the light source has been used, what the current ambient temperature is, the historical ambient temperature, also the humidity, and also any error messages which have appeared on the projector. So this really is a big boost, especially to the rental and staging environment, where projectors go out on the road. They get used in many different environments, in different locations. They get shipped all over the world.
Right.
This GSM module, without any kind of network or firewall connectivity, just with its own device internally, will connect to the cloud and give you a view on just how the projector is being used and what its current status is. So that's really important, and it allows people to plan for maintenance. It allows them to ship spare parts when needed to different locations, without the projector having to come back to base to sit with engineers and troubleshoot. You can really do it by logging onto the cloud and seeing what's happening. So saving a lot of time and a lot of money.
That is that I can see how that would be an extremely attractive feature, not just for the rental and staging guys who have to kind of manage, their fleets, but also, I would think theme parks, large universities that have a number of projectors across a wide expanse, to be able to know exactly. Do you get early warnings too when things maybe don't go right?
Yeah, so we've got different packages available. So there's the basic package comes free of charge with the projector for the first 2 years of use after registration. And then there are a further 2 packages available. So the first one is called Monitor. The second package is called Diagnose. And the third package is called Control. And each of those packages, of course, gives you different options available. But with those different packages, yes, you can get warning messages. You can integrate it using APIs into your own control system. In venues such as universities and theme parks and things like that, where you've got more a fixed installation, the same system will work using a wired connection if you don't want to use the wireless connection. So you can plug it into a network, give it a passage through the gateway and the firewalls to the cloud, just so an open internet connection, and you can get exactly the same functionality through a wired system. So really giving a lot of options to customers to choose how they want to set it up. But but most importantly, not using any extra software and any extra setup and all kinds of things, difficult things for people to set up. It's just you register it when you first open the box, and you're up and running, and you've got a complete view on your whole fleet of projectors. And this is available now both on UDM since we launched it, and we've also rolled it out to the bigger brother, the UDX projector as well.
Gotcha. That's certainly a great feature. Well, thank you for the excellent overview. Is there anything else that you want to add about either the UDM series or just Barco and how it supports its integrator and reseller community before we break it off here?
Well, only that UDM is a fantastic projector, and I hope everybody will take a look at it. But it's one of a very wide range. I mean, we pride ourselves from having projectors all the way from 2,000 to 75,000 lumens, with single chip, free chip. We go, all the way up to from WUXGA resolution up to 4K native. We've got lamp-based projectors, laser phosphor projectors. We've got laser RGB projectors. So, whatever you need in projection, then we're really there to serve our customers and give them, whatever best fits their application. So, reach out to us for more information.
Great. Well, thank you again for sharing, and thanks for joining us for Projection Expo.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
You bet.